Welcome, my dear learners, for this course on control engineering. In this module 2, we were discussing on block diagram reduction and signal flow graph. So far, we have solved 3 new problems on block diagram reduction. Let us continue our discussion on block diagram reduction. The problem number 4 of our discussion states that determine the transfer function C of s by R of s for the block diagram shown in figure. So this is the block diagram we have. We should bring this block diagram to its canonical form and find the transfer function. So far, if we have thoroughly solved and understood the 3 problems which we have already discussed, these 2 problems will become very easy for you to solve. Let us discuss the solution for problem number 4 and 5 in this lecture. So if I move for problem number 4, we have the only point what I make observation is that here the takeoff point is clubbed. So from the same takeoff point we have H2, from the same takeoff point we have unity feedback. So therefore write this twice, connect H2 to the main line and unity feedback to the main line for better understanding, or it will become clear for you to solve the problem. And also, in order to solve this from the visual inspection, it is clear that I should shift this takeoff point in front or behind, correct? So if I shift this in front, then I will get locked between the takeoff point and summing point. So therefore let me avoid that, instead of which I will shift this takeoff point behind G2. That is a good move, because if I shift this takeoff point behind G2, I can interchange these two and this will be in parallel, blocks in parallel, this will be solved. So therefore this is a good move, so therefore I should shift this takeoff point behind G2 in step 1 and interchanged those two takeoff point. So therefore in step 1 I am shifting this takeoff point behind G2 and interchanging the takeoff point's position. So since I am shifting the takeoff point behind, so therefore I should add the block value to the feedback itself. If I shift the takeoff point in front of the block, then I should add inverse of the block value to the feedback. So here I am shifting behind, so therefore just the block value should be added to the takeoff line. So if I do that, I will get in step 1, the problem will reduced like this. We have R of s, let me write the signs outside the summing point. Here is plus, here it is minus, and then we have one more summing point. For this, here it is plus, here it is minus. We have G1, and then we have the summing point plus, here it is minus. So when I shift and interchange, I will get 2 takeoff points here. One is for G4. And we have left out with G2, G3. G2, G3. And we have one summing point with plus, plus. And we have one takeoff point left out, C of s. So as I said, since from the same takeoff point we have 2 feedbacks, H2 and unity feedback, split it and write twice, connect this feedback to main line, unity also to main line. So therefore I will write 2 takeoff points from main line only, I will write in order to avoid the confusion. So we have H2 connected to main line, and we have unity feedback and also H1. So since we are shifting this takeoff point behind G2, so G2 should be added to this line, correct? So therefore it is H1 and G2 in that line. So it is H1 and G2 in this line. So now we have unity feedback. a final one. Done. So this is about step 1. Now moving for step 2, a clear observation is that this will be solved. These two are in series, G2 G3, and G2 G3 is in parallel with G4. The solution is G2 G3 plus G4. So this complete thing will be vanished. So therefore I will get the solution as, in step 2, we have R of S summing point plus minus unity feedback. We have the summing point plus minus. We have the block G1. We have the summing point plus minus. So this complete thing will be solved. So solution is G2 G3 are in series. G2 G3 will be in parallel with G4. Since we have plus, it is G2 G3 plus G4, and we have two feedbacks, that is two takeoff points C of S, that is we have H2 and we have, these two are in series, so therefore it is H1 G2. Let me write it as G2 H1, G2 H1, and we have unity feedback. We have unity feedback. Done. So now, to solve further, I should shift this takeoff point. There is no other go. So if I shift this takeoff point, I have two options. One is that I can shift this takeoff point in front of G2 G3 plus G4, or I should shift this takeoff point behind the summing point. As I said, try to avoid the critical rule. So therefore I will shift this takeoff point in front of G2 G3 plus G4 and interchange the position properly. So I will exchange the takeoff then. So if I do that in step 3, I will get the solution as R of S, we have plus minus plus minus, we have G2 H1, here we have G1, then we have the summing point plus minus. So since we are shifting the takeoff point in front of a block, I should add the inverse of the block value to the feedback line, right? So recalling the rule, hence it will become G2 G3 plus G4. So I will interchange by shifting it. So I can write it like this, H2 will come here. So here I should write 1 over G2 G3 plus G4, and we have unity feedback. So this is what we have. What I did is that I shifted this takeoff point and interchanged the takeoff points. That's what I have done. So now it is clear that this is a loop. So I can solve it G of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. Be careful that for a loop there will be one forward path and one feedback path. Whereas blocks in parallel, both the paths are forward paths. Keep that in mind. Depending on the arrows, we can detect whether it is a loop or it is a blocks which are in parallel. Be careful, here only one forward path, one feedback, hence this is a loop. If I have two forwards, then it is a blocks which are in parallel. Now this will be solved and these two will be in series, and these two are in series, again g of s into h of s, and we got the canonical form. So this is how we should solve. Let us quickly write down the answer for this. If I move for step number 4, we left out with, so I should solve this and multiply this one. So I'll write it in a one go in order to reduce the steps. Plus minus plus minus. So this solution is g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s, that will be in series with g1. So g1 will be get multiplied to this, that is we have g1 into g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s, g1 into g of s, g2 g3 plus g4 g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s, that is g2 g3 plus g4 into h2. And we have two takeoffs left out. This can also be simplified because these two are in series, so hence they are just the product. It is g2 h1 divided by g2 g3 plus g4. It is g2 h1 divided by g2 g3 plus g4, g2 g3 plus g4. And finally we have a unity feedback coming. So this is what we got. Now this is a loop because we have one forward path, one feedback path. So this is a loop, that is g of s divided by 1 plus, because we have minus here, 1 plus g of s into h of s. If I do that, now moving ahead, we have g of s h of s. It is a negative feedback, hence the transfer function is g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. So if I do it separately and see what I am going to get, I am going to get the value as g of s is g1 g2 g3 plus g1 g4. We have g1 of g2 g3 plus g4 g of s divided by 1 plus g2 g3 h2 g2 g3 h2 plus g4 h2 g of s divided by 1 plus g of s, again the same thing, g2 g3 plus g4 divided by 1 plus g2 g3 h2 plus g4 h2, g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. Into h of s is g2 h1 divided by g2 g3 plus g4, g2 g3 plus g4. So I can cancel off these two, g2 g3 plus g4, and if I take LCM, I will get g1 of g2 g3 plus g4 divided by 1 plus g2 g3 h2 plus g4 h2 whole divided by, this should come here, it is 1 plus g2 g3 h2 plus g4 h2 again plus g1 g2 h1. So this is divided by 1 plus g2 G3 H2 plus G4 H2. So these two denominators will get cancelled. Hence, we will get the canonical form in step 5 as we have R of S summing point plus unity feedback, and the forward block value is turning out to be G1 G2 G3 plus G1 G4 whole divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G4 H2. And we have unity feedback C of S. This is what we got in step number 5. Hope you clearly understood. That is, I closed this loop, G of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. That is what I have done and simplified. So this is the final canonical form of the given block diagram. Now I can write the final answer, that is the transfer function for problem number 5 will be transfer function which is equal to C of S by R of S will become G of S is this, so therefore it is G1 G2 G3 plus G1 G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G4 H2 whole divided by, we have minus sign, hence it is 1 plus again G of S. G of S is G1 G2 G3 plus G1 G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G4 H2 into H of S. We have nothing in the feedback line, which means we have unity feedback into 1. So therefore the final answer, transfer function C of S by R of S will be, so I will take this as LCM, I will multiply this here throughout and cancel off. I left out with G1 G2 G3 plus G1 G4 whole divided by 1 plus this one G1 G2 H1 G1 G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G4 H2 plus, so this multiplied by 1 is this itself, G1 G2 G3 plus G1 G4. So this is the solution for problem number 4. So we got the transfer function for problem number 4. So let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy it down. Later we will discuss solution for problem number 5. Now moving ahead for problem number 5. So this is the problem what we have. Now a careful observation is revealing us that the summing points and takeoff points are clubbed in this problem. So therefore first let us split it properly for better understanding. So therefore if I move for solution of problem number 5 in step 1, let me rewrite it properly. We have R of S and we have a summing point with plus and plus. So from here we have h1 going to this summing point and also h1 coming to this summing point. So therefore we write it separately. We will get g1, then we have summing point with plus and minus. Let's write it h1 separately, h1. So since h1 is going to this and h1 is going to this, so two h1s are going, so therefore let me write this twice. We have g2, two h1s are going, so I have splitted it and wrote for better understanding, and we have g3 and we have a feedback h2. So here also we have feedback h1, we have feedback h2. So therefore I can write this summing point twice, one for h1, one for h2, because for the same summing point we have two feedbacks. So therefore split it. So if I split that, we will get two summing points. You can write it whichever to the right or whichever to the left, because it doesn't make any difference. As you know, we can interchange the summing points. It does not make any difference. That is our rule number 1. So I am writing it twice. We have plus and we have minus for the top. Since this can be solved easily, let me connect this h1 to the second one. Let me connect this h1 to the second one and h2 to the left side one. So let me write it like this: minus minus. So this sounds better. h1 and we have g2. So from here I said we should get two takeoffs, two h1s, done. And after g3, we have one takeoff to h2, that is negative h2 feedback, done. And then we have one summing point with plus and plus, g4. So it is not feedback, it is a parallel block to these entire blocks, because this is also forward path, this is also forward path. We have C of S. So this is how the problem looks if I split it. Am I correct? h1, we have two h1s, correct? Splitted this takeoff point twice, and for this summing point we have two feedbacks coming, h1 and h2. So I splitted this twice, once for h1, once for h2. Okay, this you can write whichever is convenient for you, because interchanging this will not make any difference. This you people already know, that is our first rule. So therefore I can join it to this to this and interchange it. That is also correct. It does not make any difference. Why I wrote it this like this? It's because this is a minor loop. I can close it. So now let me close this minor loop. If I close this minor loop, I will get the solution in step 2 as. So in step 1 I have not done anything, just I have splitted the clubbed takeoff points and summing points. Now I am actually solving the problem. So just close this loop. If I close that loop, I will get, we have plus G1, a summing point is there, plus feedback minus whose value is H2, and here if I solve it, since it is a minor loop, the transfer function is g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. Because we have negative feedback, I should use positive sign. So it is g of s, that is g2 divided by 1 plus g2 h1. Close the minor loop. So this complete thing will be vanished. We left out with one more feedback for h1. And then we have G3, and then we have takeoff for H2, and then we have summing point for which a block G4 is parallel. This is again plus C of S. So this is what I got. Now I think you got the solution. Just shift this in front of G3 and interchange it. If I shift takeoff point in front of a block, I should add the inverse of the block value to the feedback. So therefore shift the takeoff in front of the block. So therefore step number 3 will be, and then I can interchange it. So if I shift and interchange, I will get R of S, we have a takeoff and a summing point, plus we have G1 plus minus H2. So I am shifting this one, so therefore 1 by G3 should be added to this H1 feedback. So if I do that, I will get G2 divided by 1 plus G2 H1, G2 divided by 1 plus G2 H1. So G3 will come in, and I shifted and interchanged the positions. So now I will get the value as H1 and a block of inverse of G3, 1 by G3. And finally we have a summing point plus we have G4 which is in parallel with all this. In the output is C of S. So this is what we arrived at step number 3. So now you can see these two are in series. It is G2 G3 by 1 plus G2 H1, and this will be a minor loop because we have one forward, one backward, one summing and one takeoff, and that will be in parallel, that will be in series with G1, and this will be a loop. And finally we have the two blocks which are in parallel, not the canonical form. It is a two block which are in parallel is the final step what we are getting. So these two are in series, this is a minor loop, and that will be in series with this, and this is a minor loop. That completes the problem. That is in step number 4. So moving for step number 4, as I said, these two are in series and this will be a minor loop. So if I solve I'll get the answer as R of S, a summing point with plus and plus. We have a block G4 which is in parallel with this main block. We have G1. So now I will multiply this and solve. So if I do that, G of S divided by G of S into H of S will become, G of S is G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G2 H1 divided by, we have negative feedback, hence I should use positive, 1 plus again G of S. G of S is G2 G3 by 1 plus G2 H1 into H of S is H2 only. So therefore the simplification will yield us the solution as G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2. G2 G3 H2. G of S by 1 plus G of S into H of S. I took LCM and simplified. And that will be in series with G1. So G1 will get multiplied to that solution. Hope you understood. As I multiplied G3 inside, solved this loop, that is what I got, and then that will be in series with G1. So hence G1 should be multiplied to that one. So that completes this complete thing. So if I do that in a one go, so I end up with G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 and we have only one feedback left out, and the feedback value is H1 by G3. H1 by G3 is the negative feedback we have, sorry, positive feedback we have, and we have one summing point, that is plus C of S, that is block G4, which is in parallel with the main block. H1 is plus. So this completes step number 4. Now this is a minor loop, so close this loop because we have one forward path, one feedback, one summing point and one takeoff. So close this loop, and finally that will be in series with, that will be in parallel with G4. So closing this loop will become G of S divided by G of S 1 minus G of S into H of S, because here we have positive sign, that is, so moving for step number 5. So I should solve for this one. If I solve for that, we have G of S, that is G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 whole divided by 1 minus, because we have positive feedback I should use negative sign, G of S again G1 G2 G3 divided by 1 plus G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 into H of S is H1 by G3. So G3 G3 will get cancelled, and if I take LCM and solve, I will get the solution as G1 G2 G3 whole divided by 1 plus G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 minus G1 G2 H1. This is what I will get. So therefore step number 5 will yield us the solution as, we have a takeoff point for R of s, and we have a block value is known, g1 g2 g3 divided by 1 plus g2 h1 plus g2 g3 h2 minus g1 g2 h1. So this is in parallel with another block g4. So those two will be added up here, plus we have C of s. Hence the transfer function for this problem is transfer function which is nothing but output C of s by R of s will become, since these two are in parallel, it is just the sum of these two blocks, that is g4 plus g1 g2 g3 whole divided by 1 plus g2 h1 plus g2 g3 h2 plus g2 g3 h2 minus g1 g2 h1 minus g1 g2 h1. So this is the complete solution for problem number 5. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಇರಚೀನಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೋ, ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೋ, ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಾಗ್ಲ ಹತ್ರ ನಿಂತ್ಕೋ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಂತ್ಕೋ, ನೋಡು ನನ್ನ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಇರು. In our next lecture I'll take up one final problem on block diagram reduction. So thereby in our next lecture we are going to conclude block diagram reduction. That's all from this lecture. Thank you all.